Mum's the word. The Edinburgh Society of Unapologetically Imperfect Mothers is here to brighten your day and lift your spirits with our unique take on all things motherhood. We're real-life friends, a special group comprised of women from across the globe who've chosen to call Edinburgh home. Together, we're a haphazard amalgamation of diverse perspectives and life experiences united as we try to navigate the often tumultuous journey through motherland with humor, unwavering support, and lots of fizz. Our mantra is radical acceptance and the necessity to check your ego and self-interest at the door. Keep calm and hold my Prosecco, ladies. I hereby call this meeting to order. And now it's a friendship-themed mashup. We revisit a couple of the mums' favorite podcasts, the Golden Girls, and the 3 pillars of friendship theory.
Hello, everybody. Yay, welcome back.
Oh, he's good in here.
Oh, my word. Yes, please sit. Join us. Get comfortable. It's episode 27, girls.
Yay!
It's Lissy.
And Becky.
Heather.
Tammy.
And Anke.
Oh, and we are just so excited to be back. And we've got a great topic this week after a very emotional topic, but important topic of bullying last week.
Yeah, so important. And so
I thought it was a fabulous podcast. I mean, it's funny because I don't always listen to them before I put them out into the ether. And I was listening to it and I was like, I actually think we really hit like so many things without trying to sound like experts. We actually...
Yes, we're not.
No.
But we came across like from the mom's perspective, I thought it was really good. You know, it's a refreshing sort of perspective on it because too often we're told, oh, do A, B, C, D.
100%.
And you're a bit like, well, I don't know if I can execute A, B, C, D.
execute.
Oh, I totally agree.
But also, it was so good to speak about in that format.
Definitely.
And it made me think, and it made me realize something that actually happened yesterday. And it's not, no advice would have helped.
No.
It was just this having a think and having a look at something and realizing something that got me further.
And that's a good point, Anke, because sometimes it's not about giving advice. Sometimes it's just about talking through things and just kind of, owning this is what happened and just,
100%.
Yeah, it's very therapeutic, isn't it?
It is.
Just talking about your
it's something that
issues.
we've all had in common. It's like it's not something we, I've only experienced it, so it's nice to finally have that conversation out there. And then the kicker with the bully sending...
I know. Honestly, Heather and I get together and we like plan out what our episodes are going to be like a month or two in advance. And this one, I was just like, we're throwing the plan out the window, Heather. We have to do this instead.
We have to change the subject, yeah.
And I'm so glad we did because this week is bullying week. It's bullying awareness week this week.
Oh, wow.
So I feel like...
Did we know that?
No. I mean, I knew it when I was in the classroom every day because it's something that we always...
Tammy was just saying
course,
we need to like put it out there to the, to a greater audience because
Definitely. I'm
really
going to start
hit that
hashtagging
topic.
it.
Yeah.
And as you said, it's such a, we all have in common.
Yeah.
And which happens all the time. And that's why it's so great to talk. Maybe one week we'll have the topic of if we can find something that no one else shares with us. It might be impossible.
I love that. Well, this week we're flipping it on its head. And this week we're celebrating friendship. And female friendship in particular. And we're going to go into a bit of a deep dive on all things just... about what makes female friendship so special, and, drum roll please, it's the 40th anniversary of one of our absolute favorite shows of all time. It's the 40th anniversary of the Golden Girls.
Yay!
So, happy anniversary to the Golden Girls.
Being a friend.
Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant.
So good.
Oh, so good.
Do you know what is amazing about that show, though? Is the fact that how old were we when it was on?
Oh my God. It was like
children.
We were children.
I mean, 40 years. I wasn't born yet. Just kidding. It feels like it though. 40 years, man.
But it's funny because
we're not friends. We're not friends anymore. That was it. That did it for me. That was the ick.
We were watching that as children.
Yeah.
Right?
No, we were.
We didn't have 20
Which
channels
I
then.
was alive for.
I grew up with 3 channels, and one of them was black and white.
Yeah.
I mean, we definitely
We had 2 channels.
We had the dial. Do you remember the
relate to that.
dial? Like where it was like the big TV with like the dial you turned. But
I remember us getting a color TV, and that was so exciting. I'm like, ooh.
How old were you?
I don't know.
it's the
But that
same
was
for
East
me.
Germany. We all got things a bit
Yes.
later. And we had twice as many channels as
Wow.
Tammy because we had the West and the East German ones. And there are 2 in the East and 3 in the West, so
Amazing.
5.
But like I was chatting to my husband, and my husband used to watch it with his
Yes.
family because it was all that was on TV.
all
I
that
think it
was
was like Saturday night viewing. It was like prime
Was it?
time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was like prime time. And I've been watching it again, and I have it on when the kids are, come in the room. And my eldest was like, "How old is this show?"
Ancient.
I'm like, "It is
very old.
It's from the last century, actually."
From the olden days.
But it's
It's
crazy.
like a good whiskey.
It's crazy because
It's
you watch
aged
it
well.
now.
Yeah.
And, it's like, wait a second. Like, how old were they?
No,
Not old.
Not old is the answer. And what's funny is like, you look back and
Don't
it's,
let their hair fool you.
Exactly. They were like 55.
Yeah.
And what's entertaining about that is like you go back and you watch it and it's like my husband's been gone for 26 years. It's like, honey, you're like 55.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
But 55 back then was a senior, was it not?
It was.
Like, do you remember at McDonald's they would give free coffee to people that were 50 and over?
Oh my God.
And I
Bring
would
back
go-
coffee for the over 50s, please.
I would go to
mean, I'm not there
McDonald's
yet.
with my grandparents because they gave free coffee to seniors. They'd be like,
wow.
I gotta get a free
50.
coffee.
At 50 years.
Could you imagine fortitude? It would go out of business.
Well, not
could
that I
suggest
know
it.
50.
no,
but I'm
we're
just
not there
saying-
yet. We're not there yet.
No.
No, we're not
Could
there yet.
suggest it to
These
them.
kids have things to look forward to.
I know.
Yes.
I agree.
I mean, I
think
still
so.
remember my mom looking forward to, what was it, the ARP card when she turned 50?
ARP,
And
yes.
we could get all these like discounts, and it was
Yeah,
it was
absolutely.
a silver lining. It didn't make 50.
I mean,
great
literally
for
a
her.
silver
It was
lining.
a silver lining.
But 50 is like the new 30.
50 is the
It
new
is.
30. I totally agree. 50 is the new 30. Not 40, 50.
I agree.
I mean, come on. If Jennifer Aniston could look that good.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Or Helen Mirren.
Or Helen
or-
Mirren.
Yeah, I mean,
Dolly
there's so many-
Parton.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
the
know.
list. Jamie Lee Curtis,
Yeah.
Jane Fonda.
Yeah.
Huh, queens.
Age
all
is
of
just
them.
a number.
Cher.
Cher.
Remember we were
my
watching
gosh.
Cher?
Cher.
Oh
I
my
mean,
God. She is 79.
79.
Gee.
I mean,
Wow.
I want to be Cher when I grow up.
There's still time.
I mean, honestly.
I
Like-
never had Cher's body,
No.
even
No.
when I was like 19.
I suppose the body you can't change with plastic surgery, so that's their.
Not on our
think you
budget.
can.
No.
I think you can change it.
But seriously, like I think that one of the most amazing things about female friendship is that it is scientifically proven to be good for our health.
Yes. I've read so many articles saying that,
Yep.
your friends keep you young.
Literally keep us young.
Which is, I mean, is it in the cells or something? What is the...
So basically, our friendship groups, because of how we relate to each other, we don't come to our friends with a fight or flight response. It's called something different. It's called the tend and befriend model. And it's all about the release of oxytocin and how our friends can literally lower our blood pressure.
Wow.
And I
believe
think
that.
there's
This
an.
is so interesting. Sorry.
I love that you have an article on
I
hand.
have an article I was reading today, and Uncle,
like, I've got
I
one.
need to look for it. So, Uncle, you go in a second. But it was an article that was basically asking, are you on overstressed? Are you on fight or flight mode? And
Yeah.
it was funny because it was essentially every trait that comes with perimenopause, middle age. Like, do you struggle with sleep? Are you tensing your jaw and your shoulders? Do you struggle with brain fog?
All of the things.
Do you struggle to sit still and focus on things? And I was
Do you
just
remember
like,
where you put your
This
phone?
is just life. How is this?
But that's been like us since we had kids, right?
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
like, I don't
Yes.
think
How is
it's
this?
perimenopause. I think it's just like the state of
But
like,
I think also,
Frazzled.
like my scientific husband would point out probably that it goes both ways. Like people who are generally more happier and more, have a positive outlook are more likely to nurture their friendships and meet up. So I think it goes both ways, that
Absolutely.
not one causes the other and vice versa.
True.
But I love that you
That's
use the
true.
word nurture, because it's, I actually pulled a couple of quotes for today's episode, and one of them is a Michelle Obama quote, and it kind of
love
has
her.
to do with what you just said.
Yeah.
It's that friendships between women, as any woman will tell you, are built of 1,000 small kindnesses swapped back and forth over and over again. And I just think that's so true.
Yeah.
It is.
And can I throw in an amazing book recommendation?
Yes,
one that
please.
I read at the moment is called Platonic.
Oh,
Okay.
And it's really well researched, and it's such an eye opener, and it's just basically talking about how vital friendships are, and it doesn't mean that you're missing out on sex or so. It means it's the mental connection and the mental friendship, and yeah, I won't say much more, but it just fits
I think that's
into
fantastic.
with the topic.
Absolutely. I agree
Absolutely.
with that.
Yep.
And
I
we
do too.
clearly need it.
So when we
if I'm
come
gonna
to
take
our
it over.
friends, we don't have the fight or flight.
No.
We're finally in a state of what? Of like calm.
So
or,
basically, if you
We never in a state of calm,
in a state
Yes.
of venting.
but that's fine, you know,
Of regulation.
calm or not, bring it on.
Regulation.
So essentially, it was a UCLA study, and here I've got it here. It says that basically the tend and befriend response is a stress coping mechanism primarily seen in women that complements the classic fight or flight reaction. It involves tending, nurturing our offspring, nurturing ourselves, nurturing each other, and befriending, seeking social support from others, specifically other women. And this behavior triggers the release of oxytocin, which acts as a buffer against stress, promoting calmness, lowering our cortisol levels, and therefore increasing our zen and connection.
Wow.
Parasympathetic response is the technical term.
Yeah.
I would
I
sign
am all
of
about
it. Yeah.
activating my
Thank you.
parasympathetic
Oh, yeah.
nervous system.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, I do it all the
I
time.
don't know what that.
And I teach my child to do it. And it is
How?
so helpful. Oh, there's so many easy things. Humming activates your parasympathetic.
Really?
Deep
Oh, is
breathing
that
is
like
the
the
classic one.
om when you're
yeah,
you're
like
meditating?
all the tribes
Yeah.
in the world, they all have humming and singing and chanting.
And the chanting,
and that
yeah.
is all activates. Pulling your ears.
The ear. Oh, and then you get into the tapping.
The tapping,
Tapping.
as
Tapping,
well.
I
What is that
Yeah.
called? There's like a therapy that I've had.
Yeah.
I know people have used that essentially encourages all these.
Yeah, it's like
What's the
tapping
eye
here
thing?
and here and
EMDR?
here.
So
just
EMDR, that's it.
Tapping. Oh yeah, and the eye. So if you look, you don't even have to do like the what is it called?
EMDR, like the eye
EMDR
movement, yeah.
at
There's
a
other
clinic and
aspects,
pay
yeah.
money. You could do it for free at home, anywhere. Just it's making your eyes look to the far reaches.
Well, like up here.
Like so, I can see my hand right now. So doing that.
Oh, I see.
Looking
Yeah.
with my eyes, and then do it on the other side, and that will activate. So if you have a child that's neurodivergent and they're not getting into that kind of chill out mode, these are amazing things you can do for them.
As
Wow,
is deep
okay.
pressure sensory input.
Oh, that would be a separate episode.
But that's
I would
a whole other
like
I
to-
feel like
yeah.
I need this.
yeah.
But
Tammy and I are quite versed in
I
this.
know,
Yeah.
like I feel
But
like
it's
I
like-
need you to teach me how
I know,
to,
'cause I
do
need
these
this.
things.
I
There
For
are
me,
there are lots of videos on YouTube. I will caveat that as look at your own risk. I'm not endorsing any of them. I'm not telling you which ones are right or wrong, but they are there. And if you want to inform yourself a little
Cool.
bit, they do
Yes.
exist. There
I
are
love
also
it.
professionals such as through EMDR who can guide you as well.
Amazing.
But yeah,
I love
but there
that.
are some really great strategies which you described.
One
I'm sure.
strategy is also to throw this in.
No.
Is
No, go on.
to drop off your child at school. This morning, my husband suggested, he's old enough, he can walk to school on his own. And I know that, and if I can't take him, I don't have to.
Uh-huh.
But I had in my head, I had that I'm going to drop him off and I'm going to see my friends. So I
Yes.
was like, no, he's not old enough. I'm going to take him because I'm going to
yes.
see Lissy or one of you guys. And
I
I'm
mean,
going to
oh
get
my
a big
god,
hug.
I'm still in that like
Oh, I used to love
double
that.
drop off like purgatory. So yes, please keep dropping them off because then I have people.
But Anke brings up a good point, and this is something I'm going through because my kids are a little bit older, and my youngest is well, I guess the same age as Anke's youngest, but for whatever reason, mine, I think maybe because we live closer or whatever, she's walking now. So both of my kids take themselves to school essentially, and I don't get to see my friends in the morning anymore. And
That's
it's so
why you
weird.
need to come to F45,
Yeah,
and then you get to see
F45.
Heather and I.
Yes.
And sometimes Liz. But
sometimes
we can
there's-
have a good chat.
Sometimes there's not
my
enough
exercise
time.
rounds.
I do.
Yeah.
I need to ditch the gym and just come and hang out at F45.
Yes.
I think it's the way forward.
I just
mean,
talk. I talk like the whole time.
We
Yeah,
talk
I'm
the whole
okay
time.
with that.
What times are you
Sometimes
there?
they make us work so hard. And then he said this. Can you believe it? I'm like out of breath.
The day when Tammy was aiming for a bar, and I'm so yelling at her. But. We're like doing butterfly
We're trying
steps
to do
and trying to have a
pull-ups.
conversation.
So basically, I mean, this links into my next thing is that apparently our female friendships lower our risk of dementia by almost 40%.
What?
Is that because they keep our brain active?
Yes.
No way.
But also, I think that if you're F45ing and trying to maintain a conversation, that's activating, that's crossing the
Obviously.
midline, and that's
Oh,
using
and
both sides
I
of your
just-
brain.
Okay, so
I
next
just
time they
read
know
about-
about us talking, we need to be like,
You should be
guys.
like, this
Yep,
is
talking
reducing
is
my risk.
Oh, is
preventing
it cognitive
dementia
aerobics?
here.
Eric was telling me about
I
today.
just read
Cognitive
about
aerobics.
dementia that it's worse to lose your hearing than to lose your eyesight
I think I've
because of communication, and
Yes.
it's so vital to stay connected and to be in a community, and it's
Yeah,
That is
absolutely.
true. I have hearing loss, and I can vouch for that. So I'm okay because I've been very proactive and but I have other family members who have very much struggled, and I've read research on this as well because of the link. And absolutely, you're right. And it also can affect your mental health, and people who are isolated can have worse mental health outcomes versus people
Definitely.
who are. So it affects you in so many different ways. I mean, I think we underestimate how social we are just as
humans.
As a human, yeah.
yeah.
Very much so.
I mean, I love like our friend group, and I love like being able to connect with you guys like every day or every week at least. I mean, it's awesome.
I mean, I agree. You without you guys, I don't know. Like there would be a very different list.
I know.
Wandering
yeah.
the earth, honestly.
Yeah.
And apparently there was a Harvard nurses study, and I'm gonna read it because I have to keep reading it over and over and over again because it just feels like that can't be true. But apparently, it says having a strong network reduces the risk of death by 60% over 9 years, and that social isolation is as detrimental to our health as smoking or obesity.
Yeah, I heard that
Now,
too.
wow.
I have to keep rereading it because
That's
I'm
why
like,
men die
that
first.
is huge.
But is
That's
that
why they die
causation or
first.
correlation?
Again, we
more
don't know
isolated.
causation
But
and
either-
correlation,
yeah.
but still, like
That's
that's
still either
huge.
way, yeah.
Wow.
I
But
mean,
why? But that's all to do with the regulation or the nurturing, or I mean,
I think it's reducing our cortisol. It's
Yeah.
keeping our brains active
It also gives us a meaning.
and purpose.
and you get someone
Absolutely.
that's listening to you and work things out, stress reduction, I guess. And
It's
like-
also probably a sign that everything is working right. Because if you're isolating, if you're retreating into yourself,
Yes,
it
yeah.
could be a sign that
And there's also
perhaps you're not
there's a
well
reason
within
for
yourself.
it.
Yeah.
It's like the study where they followed people for many years. It's like this life studies, and they looked at how successful people were, but then they also looked at how content they were. So you had this really successful dentist who was
I
earning
love these
lots,
studies.
but then it turns out he's an alcoholic, and then you had this woman who. She wasn't a great achiever. She didn't really follow or pursue a career, but then she had this community where she had teenagers coming around to her place to play pool billiard. And people would come to her doors were open, and she was just the happiest person.
That sounds
even though she was
wonderful.
on her CV, she looked like a failure, but in real life, her life was a success.
But that also links in with that whole idea of the subjective age, right? That if you are surrounding yourself with people that make you feel young,
yeah,
like if you're an older person
Yeah.
hanging out with younger people or, with your friends, then you feel younger
Yeah.
in
Yes.
yourself.
Yes.
I mean, I know I don't feel like a grown up yet.
no.
You don't behave like
don't-
one.
And I know I don't behave like one.
Sometimes we're forced to. We're forced
Do I
to. The adulting is so overrated.
But
you know?
what is a grown up these days? I think the bar is
Adulting
changed.
is so overrated.
I know.
Oh, that should be on us next.
We all have to wake up at this time and eat.
Well, I'm a big believer in intergenerational friendships. I've had my
yeah.
entire life.
You are great with that.
I love
I've
that.
had friends that have been older than me.
Yep.
When I was really young, like in my teenage years, I would hang out with the ladies that I would work with.
Yeah.
And I remember my friends were like, well, what do you mean you're going out to dinner with your colleagues? Aren't they like in their 60s? I'm like, yeah.
That's not nice.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, I am. Because
Yeah.
they're awesome. They're
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
fun. And I get to have grown-up dinner. Like out. Like with wine. Why would I not want to do this? But I do. I think that, it's a really cool thing to be able to have friends across different age groups.
So that's especially why I do love Edinburgh, is that, like we said, you go out in Edinburgh and it's all ages. And, you go out to fitness class and it's all ages. And you go to, like this and this thing. And so you meet people that are all ages doing interesting things. And thank goodness, because I didn't want to stay in university life forever. We're the same age. And it's like, this is where you find interesting people. So it makes life so much more interesting to be in a place where this is where that happens.
I agree.
Yeah.
And I think I think we've said this in past episodes, is that it doesn't matter if you have 20 friends, if you have one friends, it doesn't matter if you have best friends, or if you just have some good friends or even acquaintances. Friendship can be so many different things, and they're all helpful. So just embrace wherever you're at.
Definitely. And I loved that idea, when we were kids and we were growing up, and inevitably you'd have some adult, like whether it's your mom or your grandma or maybe a guidance counselor, that is like, don't worry about having 100 friends. Like if you've got good friends that you can count on one hand, you're winning. And I think it's even like you could go smaller than that. I think if you have, a couple of really good friends, if you have people that you can confide
If you have one
in,
person that you can turn to.
Yeah.
But I like having 100 friends.
I do too.
I want more.
We're also so lucky now that it's so easy to keep in touch with our friends around the world. If you, once you become an expat and you meet people from all different countries, I just heard from my friend in Australia this morning. I woke up to her showing me a video on the beach with a kangaroo there.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and I thought, oh my God, the kangaroo's getting closer. Anyway, there was no incident, but it was just so lovely.
We're all waiting like on tenterhooks.
The kangaroo did not kick her
There
in
was
the
no
face.
boxing.
Recorded on video.
Never occurred to me that way.
But it's just so nice. You could just reach out. I've got friends in so many different countries, and we're still messaging each other. What's up? Like,
But equally,
so
I find it
lucky.
important to be able to rest on silence if your lifestyle, or you can't always attend to everyone all the time. And I find often the people who are the most focused in the present are the ones who are not so great at staying in touch, and that's fine. If we see each other, they're present, and then they're there. And if I need them or they need me, I know how to get in touch.
That's so true.
If some of my friends I haven't heard of for years,
But that's okay, because that's normal. But if one of us fell off the face of the earth,
Oh, that would be
you'd
hard.
reach out.
That'd be so hard.
You'd reach out, because that would be a worry, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Well, proximity. We're just, I think that does make a difference when people are, especially when you're talking about people in different countries or different continents. It really.
Well, we
it's
see each
happy
other
time
all the
differences.
time.
Yes. Oh.
Because we come to your place.
And we go to F45 and we go to coffee. And that's how we like it.
Or I just come and bang on your door at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
and you produce coffee, and it's fabulous.
I think this
We have to
podcast
be
is
this
just
year.
Heather's excuse to have us here every Tuesday in your lounge.
I want you guys here every week. Are we recording? I don't know.
Tammy, what do you call it? You've got the best phrase for after we get together and we calm each other.
Oh,
and
a neutered cat?
A neutered cat.
yeah.
The neutered cat feeling.
Yeah.
That we get here and we're like frazzled.
You're like a neutered cat. You just feel
I'm
relaxed.
chill.
Chill.
I don't always start off that way, but I end up that way.
I end up
That's
that way
the
too. I
important
feel
bit.
like a human being.
Yeah.
Well, in tonight's episode, we're gonna keep with our theme of female friendship.
Yeah.
And we're gonna go head into basically just kind of dispelling this Instagrammy belief that we should all be perfect and we should all be wearing matching outfits to brunch.
What? Can you imagine?
I mean,
It was high school the last time I tried to match my friends.
One person has to do the theme. One person gets to pick the theme at every brunch you go to.
oh my God, I love that
That
idea.
would be so
Amazing.
funny. Yeah.
So fun. So fun. Well, I love dressing up, so I'm okay with that. And tonight we're going to chat about, what it means to just be a really good friend and a confidant. And then we're going to go really far back
What
in
about
history.
a bad friend?
We need to have that podcast.
We need to have that podcast too. That's for March. That's for March. But we're going to talk about a famous historical friendship as well. We're going to lean into a bit of Jane Austen and talk about her and her bestie. And I think it's going to be really fun.
Who's Jane Austen's bestie?
You'll find out.
You'll find out. So sit back, relax, and fill your glasses, girls, because we're going in. It's episode 40.
Cheers.
Honestly, so apparently there's an idea or a system of belief that female friendship is based on 3 affinities: symmetry, support, and secrecy. Now, symmetry, I feel like is a little self-explanatory. What do you think the symmetry means, Kim?
That we reflect one another's best traits.
Yeah, exactly. And
And that you tend to be friends with people who have
Is that what it
similar
means?
outlook to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Bex?
No, I don't disagree with that, but I feel like it doesn't necessarily have to be that you match. It's more that you can come together in a...
Like a jigsaw.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a nice way of thinking about
It
it.
would be boring if we were totally
The same.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be
But I do
fun.
agree with you too, Kim. I think that absolutely could be correct.
How about Sam's couch?
Yeah.
Why do you say that?
Because I'm looking at him.
I would say for the symmetry, maybe that, I don't know. I don't know if I would say it's like you balance each other out. Kind of like if someone's really funny, they might bring out your funny and playful side as well.
I like
I
that.
like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Scientists think it's more along the symmetrical lives. So it's along that idea of we're going through similar things at a similar point in our lives.
100%.
That I get.
So in terms of our life experiences, so in terms of when you're in uni, you tend to make friends with people that are
uni
that are
with.
also at uni. And how's this for fascinating? Proximity plays into this as well.
100%.
So there's a fascinating statistic that says that you are literally 90% more likely to be friends with the people that you live next to.
Yeah.
So within 2 or 3 doors of, which means if you were unlucky enough to be given a corner room, you are 50% more likely or less likely to make friends because you're in the corner.
Oh, like university? Maybe?
Yeah, at university.
And no one's got the energy to walk that far and knock on your door and say, "Are you coming out to play?"
I was just like, but that's where the bathrooms were. Of course you chat to them.
Proximity and also repetition, isn't that
Yes,
also
absolutely. So I think that kind of all fits into the symmetrical kind of vibe, if you will.
I agree.
And then support. I feel like that's self-explanatory. What do you think?
Yes.
Heather?
I agree.
No, I think support. I mean, that makes sense to me. That you would support your friends emotionally, and even physically, and helping with
On a
kids
really
stuff.
drunk night.
Carrying someone.
me home.
Can you hold my hair?
Well,
Help
but
me off the bowl.
But no, I think
Whenever we've all had COVID or been ill, one of us has
I
said,
know.
Yeah.
"Do you need me to pick up the children?
Yes.
Do you need groceries?
What
do you need meds?
Yeah.
Can I drop something off?"
absolutely.
100%.
And that is even more important now because we don't have our families around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
50 years ago, you grew up kind of close to your parents.
And the village
you
was literally your
yes,
village.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
it's not like that. Thank God we have each other.
I couldn't
agree.
agree more.
Yeah.
And that was the disorienting thing about moving
to Edinburgh I found was that village wasn't there at first.
No, it wasn't.
And you had to rebuild it,
Yeah.
Piece by
scratch,
piece.
piece by speech. Piece
It
by
was
piece.
tough.
Yes,
I agree with
absolutely.
you. It was
Yeah.
tough, but I have found that there's a bigger village here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, in terms of like, there's more people, there's more connections,
Yes.
there's
Yeah.
more. You know, not to say that the village wasn't great where it came from, but I mean, I do think the support is super critical. I mean, on the number of times that, like, you know, one of us comes to coffee and we're in like a weird mood, like something's gone wrong with the job or the kids or something, and you have a chat and it's like, oh, you know, finally get that off my chest, and that's even
Definitely.
support.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know.
100%.
So
I mean, you girls have definitely, like, you know, talked me down.
we all have
Several
for each other.
occasions.
Yeah, I mean, it's part and parcel of being a good friend, isn't it?
Definitely.
Yeah.
So where do we think secrecy kind of
Oh,
leans in?
so that
'Cause I
is
feel
a
like
hot
that's one
Yeah.
that kind of is a bit of
What
a
is said in the group stays in the group.
Yeah.
100%.
You don't sell your friends out.
I
No.
agree. My first thought though was more like, oh, I don't like secrecy. Like, oh, that's, you know. So it's interesting that your brains all went like, you know, what we say here stays here, and I was like, oh, I don't like, because I think the opposite in the sense that
Well,
I
we're
don't
not
like
keeping
people.
things from
That's
you.
what I'm saying.
No,
but it's funny
we're
how
not
my
keeping
brain
it
went
from you.
there. But
Yeah.
What are they
I think
keeping from
secrecy
me?
goes both ways.
Just don't
It's
tell my
secrecy in the
husband
right
when
spot.
I'm bitching and moaning about it.
no.
That's what it means.
Women tell each other everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, I think
I think secrecy works for you and against you.
It can
in both
do.
ways. Is what
Yeah.
I'm trying to say.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think I don't like secrets either, in the sense that, like, I'd rather just say what I think. Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I don't want to tell people what you say though. That's a difference.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you
Your
don't.
confidence, if you say something in confidence, it's
Yeah.
staying
It
in
stays
confidence.
in confidence.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And I think it's that confident side.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
expect
Yeah.
that.
Because I think if you've told one, I mean, like, we all have conversations with one another when we're not all in a big group, and you might get one of us on a bad day and we'll say, oh, this has happened.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
But we then don't expect that to be blabbed even to the
Broadcast.
rest
Yeah.
of the group.
Agreed.
Yes.
Because if we did want to discuss that with the rest of the group, we would do that.
Absolutely.
You know, so you need to have that ability to say, look, this is happening in my life at the moment. I'm really, like, I don't know what to do. But to find, when that is broken, when that code is broken,
Yes.
you can never,
That's rough.
ever reseal that.
I
It's
agree
done.
with you.
I
Yeah.
agree.
It's
Yeah.
done.
Because it is that shared vulnerability.
Yeah.
Yes.
And,
Yeah.
you know, it takes a huge amount of trust to be in
Yeah.
that position.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And no, I totally agree. Totally agree.
I mean, it's tough to even imagine, like, friends like selling you out or
Yeah.
telling stuff that you. I mean, it would be so shocking.
It,
agree.
yeah. And it is shocking when that happens.
Yeah.
Because there's no good reason for
No.
it.
No.
Feels like
Ever.
high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
High school was like that, wasn't it? Where you're just
Yeah.
figuring things out
Yeah.
and
And you'd say to someone, oh, a prime example, I once said to this girl, oh, I like so-and-so. She then went and broadcast it to the whole of the business studies group. Oh, Kim likes blah,
That's
blah, blah.
horrible.
And
Why
I
would you
was
do that?
in
Currency
front of
back then,
everybody.
isn't it?
In
It was
front of everybody.
currency,
It's
but it's
currency.
Yeah,
mean.
that's it. It's
but it's
currency.
mean. It's mean girls
But you should-
nonsense.
I mean,
I
that
agree.
should be grown out of.
We should
Yeah.
too.
Well, yeah, you'd hope that by, you know, once you're past your 20s.
Yes.
Yeah.
When you're in your
that's-
30s.
When you're in your 40s.
Yes.
Maybe even your
beyond.
50s.
The secrecy and trust, I think, comes hand in
Yeah,
hand.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
I don't think I've ever wanted to be someone else's friend so much that I would sell out another friend.
Yeah,
my
I
God.
agree.
Do you know what I mean?
Can't even
Yeah.
imagine that.
No.
No, 100%. Well, do you think that in terms of like those three affinities, if we take the symmetry one, do you think that, you know, I mean, all of us are of a similar age. We all have children that are of a similar age. So I feel like we're kind of a bad example of this. But do you think that, you know, if you had, I mean, you got married really young.
Yes.
Do you think that that affected any of your friendships or?
I do actually, in some ways, in the sense that I think I didn't have, you know, my early 20s where I was living with friends and things like that. So yeah, I think there's a little bit of a different dynamic because I had my uni years, obviously, where I made friends.
Yeah.
And I still made friends in my 20s, but it wasn't as an intense a relationship in some respects as, you know, you're moving in with your friends and going out with your friends
Yeah.
and meeting guys all the time and all the breakups and makeups and
I mean, you
It
could
was a
do that
good
while
time.
you're
it was,
in
I'm not
I
gonna
mean,
lie,
I
it
did
was
it.
a good
I did
time.
it through my friends. I
No,
watched
I
them do it. It was still good, yeah, but
I thoroughly enjoyed those days.
it all evens out in the end, though. By the time you get to your
That's
30s, it's all the same.
Yeah, it's all gone by then. Yeah, it's fine. We
We're all
drank
back to my
Yeah,
side
exactly. We drank all the Kool-Aid. It's gone. It's gone. It's finished.
But by the time you're where we are now, like all that's like, it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
Like that. Okay, someone was single while someone was married, and all
Oh,
that
it
stuff.
doesn't at all.
It's like we kind of rejoin at this stage now with the kids, where we're like, we're all in the same camp.
Oh, it's really funny. I was with
It
Sarah.
makes for great stories, though. some
It
beautiful
definitely does.
escapades.
Oh yeah.
Well, I was with Sarah and we went to this coffee shop and she saw the guy who owns the coffee shop and she hadn't seen him for a very long time because she had used to work around the corner. Anyway, he said, things are different now. Everyone's having babies. And, and she went, I know it's really different, for me as well. Everyone's getting divorced. And it was just really funny.
That's so
like,
funny.
To have this moment of this one guy who's like, yeah, all my friends are like married and having babies and it's weird. And she's like, I know. We're at the end of that road.
I know.
And it just was really funny. And he looked at me and I'm like, I'm still married. I'm not divorced.
But no, I think of those three things. Like, I actually think that symmetry is less important. But
Yeah.
but for us,
As you get older,
But do you not
definitely.
think symmetry brings you together?
well, it
Yeah.
does. It
I
does
think
You're
it's
on
exactly.
the path.
And it's so
and then
helpful.
whether you choose to stay within the group is based on the support and the secrecy.
So
I
true.
can't leave this
Absolutely.
group. They know too much stuff.
So true.
But I think that's valid because I love that idea of symmetry, meaning being more than just, a mirrored reflection of our timeline. Yeah, because I love intergenerational friendships.
Yeah.
Yes, I
love
think
my
that is so
friends
important.
that are older
It is.
and friends that are younger. Like my friends that are younger than me, like when we get together, I mean, my friend Beth the other day literally said, "But I forget that you're older than me," and I was
Good.
like, "I literally want to pay you right now. Can I give you money?"
I remember
so
once,
much.
not long ago, when Alyssa paid me the greatest compliment and thought that I had been a child bride because
I
my
did.
daughter turns 21 this weekend.
I genuinely did.
And then I had to gently remind her that I am quite a bit older than her.
You're not that much older than me, honey. Not that much. But I genuinely did. I thought you got married at like 21 and had a baby really young. Because we were at coffee and I was like, but you were a child bride. And she literally like threw her head back and laughed like a cackle.
I was like, no, I was not a child
I
bride.
was genuinely like, but you were. And she's like, no, I wasn't. But you were.
Okay,
But
I was.
You don't age him, I think is what she's trying to say.
Not meant
You
to.
don't age.
I mean, I try.
Yes.
But I was going to say, but symmetry, it's interesting you say that, I do agree that brings you together, but how many of us have friends from other periods of our life?
Exactly.
That again, that symmetry is what started
Yeah.
the friendship. But like, I know I have, the uni group and my first job group and then this group and the group I
Yes.
work with and like,
Definitely. Definitely. And I love that. And I love that those bridges have either been formed or
burnt.
Or burnt.
But do all of them know our secrets?
But that's the question.
But your
I
secrets change, don't they? Depending on what you're doing at that point in your life.
See,
They
this
know
is why
some
I
secrets.
balked when you
Yeah.
said secrets. There's so many ways secrets can go. It is
Yeah.
a loaded word.
It is a loaded word.
My secrets usually revolve around things that I've stolen from places.
Oh,
In my,
you know that this is
uni years.
recording, right?
They need to find me. Oh, I knew Kim when she was stealing candelabras.
Back when she was a child bride, I imagine.
You've been listening to the Edinburgh Society of Unapologetically Imperfect Mothers, real-life friends from across the globe who have chosen to call Edinburgh home. Together, we're a haphazard amalgamation of diverse perspectives and life experiences, united as we try to navigate the often tumultuous journey through motherland with humor, unwavering support, and lots of fizz. Keep calm and join us on our next podcast. And until then, mum's the word.